Sue McCarty here, registered holistic nutritionist at the Caledon East Family Chiropractic Clinic. And I'm coming at you today with another health hack. And today's video is 10 top tips to help you stay on track with your health and wellness goals this summer. We're about halfway through the summer. It's been great. And inevitably, summer has a few more indulgences. There's usually a few extra barbecues, parties, some rich foods that you might not normally eat. So we don't want our goals to completely derail over the summer. We want to enjoy a little bit, but also stay on the straight and narrow. So here are some tips to help you get through the second half of the summer relatively unscathed. Number one, I want you to move your body every day. And Scott is also preaching this, that motion is lotion. But we want to do something active every day. Go for a walk, have a workout. We need to sweat and detoxify our bodies that way. Try and aim for 7,500 steps per day. That's great for your cardiovascular health. It's great for your step count total. It's a great calorie burn. So this is imperative for our overall health. It moves our lymphatic system. Move your body every day. You're gonna feel so much better. That's tip number one. Tip number two, you could track your food and beverages every day. So I work with people and coach them how to track their daily food intake, either on an app like MyFitnessPal, or maybe just a manual food journal. But then you'll actually truly know how many calories you're consuming every day and how many of those calories are coming from protein or carbohydrate or healthy fat. So you will be much more likely to stay on track with your goals if you are tracking your calories and your beverages. This is a form of accountability so that things don't completely derail and you get completely off track. So if you need help and to learn how to track your calories, either manually or on MyFitnessPal, or how many calories you even need, please book a session with me. I would be happy to sit down with you and help you with that. But tracking equals accountability. Tip number three, I want you to get outside every single day. So again, we talked about getting 7,500 steps per day. So get outside for a walk, ride your bike, go to a park or a local trail and get outside. So that's great additional movement and calorie burn. But even more than that, you're gonna get the vitamin D from the sunshine. You're gonna get the benefit of the fresh air. Maybe you're going with friends, so there's a social element with that as well. Not to mention getting 10 to 20 minutes of natural sunlight early in the morning will help with cortisol levels. It will help naturally raise your cortisol in the morning, which is what we want. We want cortisol to be higher in the morning, lower at night when you want to wind down and go to sleep. So that will help with that and maintaining a good circadian rhythm. So try to spend some time outside every single day if possible. Tip number four, hydration. This is really the foundation of health, and it's often a starting point when I'm working with clients. So we want to ideally, as a minimum, aim for drinking half of our body weight in ounces every day. For example, if you weigh 150 pounds, we divide that by 2, that's 75 ounces of water per day as a minimum, which is just over 9 cups. So you can calculate how much you need. And you actually need a little bit more than that if it's hot outside, if it's a heat wave, or if you're exercising a lot, you'll actually need more than that. And also, sometimes water alone is not enough to stay hydrated. Sometimes just drinking a lot of water will dilute your blood and the hydration doesn't actually enter the cells, get into the cells. So that's where an electrolyte, sodium, potassium, magnesium can be very helpful at actually getting the hydration into the cells. Now, that doesn't mean I want you to going out drinking a Gatorade with artificial colors and lots of sugar and artificial flavors. But I have a great do-it-yourself DIY home electrolyte recipe. So I'm gonna tack a little video on at the end of this session. Very easy to make, but sometimes electrolytes are essential in the hot summer to actually get the hydration into your cells. So that's tip number 4, properly hydrating. And when we're properly hydrated, you tend not to be as hungry as well. Sometimes thirst is mistaken for hunger. Tip number 5, take a pass on the sugary beverages. There's a lot of, ice caps and frappuccinos at Starbucks right now, which are laden with empty calories that, excuse me, do nothing to nourish your body, and they're full of sugar. And sugar is probably the largest driver of inflammation in your body. So take a pass on these beverages. In fact, I was recently working with a weight loss client, and she was having a medium ice cap from Tim Hortons every afternoon as a pick-me-up. And we calculated it was almost 400 extra calories per day. So if you're supposed to have about 1,500 calories per day, and it depends on the individual, everybody needs a different calorie amount depending on your age and your activity level, but she needed about 1,500 calories per day. So 400 of that was coming from the ice cap. So that's a pretty big chunk of her daily calories, and it's not giving her any vitamins and minerals and protein or anything. And in fact, there were 12 teaspoons of sugar in that medium ice cap. So you would never at home make a coffee and dump 12 teaspoons of sugar in that. So take a pass on the sugary beverages from Starbucks or Tim Hortons, and instead make your own special drink at home. So you can do an iced coffee or an iced green tea with, a little bit of honey or maple syrup, but keeping the sugar levels much lower. You're going to save a lot of money that way too. Those Frappuccino things are pretty expensive. So make your own special drink at home, and with some ice and coffee or green tea. You could put frozen fruit in your water, or some people will put cucumber or mint in their water to give it a little bit more flavor, and some ice cubes, sort of a spa experience. And sparkling water is a nice special drink as well. So a bubbly or a Perrier, or my homemade DIY electrolyte drink. So there's lots of great ways to have a nice special drink without going for that high sugar laden drink. So take a pass on those. That's tip number 5. Tip number 6, be the person that brings a fruit tray, a veggie tray, and a salad to the barbecue or the party. This helps in 2 ways. Number 1, you're going to be a huge help to the host or hostess. They will really appreciate that you brought that, because that stuff's expensive. Food is expensive now, especially whole food. And number 2, you'll know at the party that there is a healthy option there. So as other people are mowing down on the chips, you could munch on the nice crunchy vegetables or the sweet fruit and keep your health goals in check. So be that person that brings the salad, that brings the fruit tray, that brings the vegetable tray, and the host is going to love you for it. Number 7, I do preach about this all the time. Every time you eat, aim to balance your blood sugar so you don't have spikes and lows in your blood sugar and energy all day. So how do we do this? You want to eat every 3 to 4 hours. Avoid constantly snacking all day. Eat every 3 to 4 hours, and every time you eat, try and get a good solid serving of protein, 20 to 30 grams of protein, and consume that with a source of fiber, such as a fruit or a vegetable, and a healthy source of dietary fat. And this could be a quarter of an avocado, a teaspoon of olive oil, 6 to 10 nuts as a source of healthy fat, or a teaspoon of nut butter. So when we combine protein, healthy fat, and fiber, your blood sugar levels remain much more stable, and you avoid these highs and lows throughout the day that can cause fatigue, that can cause cravings. When your blood sugar is balanced, you have fewer cravings, you feel better energy. So that's tip number 7, balance your blood sugar. And that's not just a summer goal, that's all the time. Tip number 8, 1 vacation meal every week. So I work with a lot of different clients. Some of them are weight loss, some are just overall health. And I've worked with many clients that are so good with their nutrition all week, and then on the weekend, everything derails. And it's just like a weekend of drinking and parties and extra calories. You can undo a whole week's worth of good eating, healthy eating, with a weekend bender, I'll call it. So instead, I want you to think about scheduling 1 vacation meal per week as opposed to a vacation day or a vacation weekend. Just 1 meal, and correspond that with maybe a barbecue that you're going to be attending or a birthday party. Schedule that as your vacation meal so that keeps you a little bit more on track with your goals. You won't undo all your hard work from the week. And in fact, your body can absorb one more higher calorie indulgent meal and get right back on track. But when it's a whole weekend, that's when those extra calories are going to start to add up toward weight gain. So just keep it to one vacation meal every week. Tip number 9, failing to plan is planning to fail. We all know this. So at the beginning of the week, you're going to plan out your meals for the week. Maybe do some batch cooking of chicken breasts or hard cooked eggs on the weekend. Have some protein balls or protein muffins on hand that you can grab and go so you don't have to go through the drive-thru if you get stuck in a food emergency and you're starving and there are no healthy options around. So you want to be prepared. You can buy pre-chopped salads and vegetables to make your life a little bit easier. Plan your workouts in at the beginning of the week, just as you would any other appointment, because you're important and your health goals are important. So plan your week and you will be more likely to succeed and stay on track with your goals. And number 10, keep track of your personal metrics. So what do I mean by that? I mean, weigh yourself once a week. I don't do it every day. Once a week, same day, first thing in the morning, before you eat or drink, step on that scale. Take your measurements once a month. If you're working at losing weight, take progress photos once a month. This is another form of accountability. So if you have no idea what your weight is, you could come back in September and be 10 pounds up. But if you're weighing yourself once a week, you're gonna notice when things start to go too far one way or the other and be able to reel that in and get back on track a little bit faster. So take stock of your personal metrics and keep track of that. That's another form of accountability for your overall health. So there you have it. Let's recap my top 10 health hacks to stay on track with your health goals this summer. Number 1, move your body every day. Sweat, 7,500 steps plus. Number 2, track your food and beverages, either manually or on an app. If you don't know how to do that, come and see me. I will help you. Number 3, hydrate. Aim for minimum half of your body weight in ounces every day. And by the way, coffee is a diuretic. It tends to dehydrate you. So I'm talking about water, unsweetened herbal tea, sparkling water, etc. Number 5, take a pass on those sugar-laden beverages. It's a lot of empty calories. It's a lot of inflammatory sugar. So take a pass on those. Make your own iced coffee at home with just a little bit of honey or maple syrup. Number 6, be the person that brings the fruit tray or veggie tray to the party or a salad. You're going to help out your host. You're going to know there's a healthy option there for you. Number 7, balance your blood sugar. Eat every 3 to 4 hours. And when you eat, you're combining a source of protein with fiber and healthy fat, and your blood sugar and energy will remain much more stable, helps reduce cravings. You'll feel full for longer. Amazing strategy. Great for health. Number 8, schedule in one vacation meal per week. Not a vacation day, not a vacation weekend. Number 9, failing to plan is planning to fail. Plan out your meals at the beginning of the week. Do your big grocery shop so you have healthy food in the house. Have some high protein snacks on hand so when an emergency strikes, you've got good options there. Schedule those workouts in. You are important. You are worth it. Number 10, keep track of your personal metrics, your weight, your measurements, your progress photos. That's another form of accountability. So I don't want you to come back in September and be starting all over again from square one. I want you to have some fun over this summer. I'm going to have a little bit of fun over this summer, but we can do it in such a way that it doesn't completely derail your goals, because again, your health is very important. So, and one final note, if things should derail on a weekend or a holiday, don't let it spiral you down. Sometimes you get in that mentality like, oh my gosh, I blew it now, so I may as well just drop all my healthy habits and just eat whatever I want or as much as I want. No, don't do that. Get right back up on that horse again on Monday or after the holiday and get back on track with your healthy habits. And you'll stay healthier for it. You'll feel better for it. So there are my top 10 tips. I hope you found them helpful. I would love if you took a moment to give this session a thumbs up. This helps our channel to grow and help and reach more people. Please share it with somebody that might find the information helpful. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our practitioner content for 2024, because we want to help you become the healthiest version of yourself. I hold office hours at the Caledon East Family Chiropractic Clinic every Thursday from 2 till 6 p.m. and I look forward to meeting with you soon and helping you along with your health and wellness goals.